Good afternoon, Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, over the border. I'm at Stonehaüs Meadery. Yeah, first time visit. It's a MASH event. Let's go in and check it out.
And we like to keep our meads at 12%. As you know, meads, you can go, a typical mead is between 12 and 20. We keep it on the low end because we want people to have a second glass. If if somebody has a glass of 18%, they're going to start to feel it and they're going to leave. So 12%.
What's your batch size?
What's that?
What's your batch size for your mead?
Oh, batch size. So when I make an initial batch, so I'm making a number 3, the base, and then I'm adding all the fruit purees to that. So one thing about our meads is it's all 100% natural. We're not adding sugar. We're not adding any high fructose corn syrups, concentrates. We're using 100% fruit purees that come in a hermetically sealed pouch, in a box. And so to answer your question, 200 gallons. So what I'll do then is, if it's using the same honey, I'll make 2 100-gallon batches out of that with 2 different flavors. So the jalapeno lime and our base, the Norseman's Pride, is using clover honey from South Dakota. And 100% clover, you have to get it from out west because here, Monroe County, really the only thing you can get here now is wildflower. Because you don't have those big farm fields that you used to have where you had specific hays and grasses. You have to go down into the Amish country if you want that. And they can't supply me the amount of honey that I need. So South Dakota, they have huge apiaries out there where they have thousands of hives. And so I don't get it from them. I actually get it from a repackager here in the Lehigh Valley. So he'll buy it in the 55-gallon drums, and then he repackages it into the 5-gallon pails, jars, bottles.
You said you make 200 gallons at a time?
Yeah.
How much honey do you use?
So that's 540 pounds of honey. And you guys know how expensive honey is.
Yes.
Now I'm buying it by the 5-gallon pails, which that's me a break on the price. And the more you buy, but I don't have the capability to get it in the 55-gallon drum. I don't have the forklift. I don't have the pump to pump it out of the 55-gallon drum. And so I'm just buying the pails. It's easy. It's a 60-pound pail, and that's why we put the catwalk in there so that I can go up on the catwalk and actually lift the bucket right here and dump it.
Yeah.
And then just scrape everything out.
That's going to be a long hold for that bucket.
You're
probably there a good solid 15 minutes.
Well, actually, as soon as I get that initial lift and dump it, I can move it around and sit it on the tank.
Okay.
I just wait for most of it to come out, and then I take a silicone spatula, to get in there and scrape everything out. So, but you got to use every drop. For what you're paying for.
And you said this is clover.
Well, only for the number 1 and number 3. So the rest we're using wildflower honey.
Oh.
And now the wildflower honey is local. So, I really, promote that it's local honey. So they're in New Jersey on the I-78 corridor between Phillipsburg and Clinton. There's a huge bee farm there off of I-78. And that's where that honey's coming from. So it's local. Straight line, it's like 35 miles away. By road, it's like 55 miles away. But I tell people, as you know, like anything within 150 miles of your house is local honey.
Right. They do fly around.
Yeah. So, we have the same plants here that they have 150 miles away. You start getting that blend then where it transitions into other plants.
Because the growing zones. And all
Yes, exactly.
Any of your honeys have orange blossom or no?
We used to use orange blossom, but it just got too expensive.
And your name?
I'm Steve.
Joe.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
So,
Brian, Rich, Micah, Dan, John.
Dan was emailing me.
Let
me know that you guys are coming in.
Dan's the one who got us here, right?
And then we do a cold crash. So when we're fermenting, we're at 64 degrees because that's right in the middle of what the yeast calls for.
What yeast do you use?
That's such a brewer question. No one ever asks that.
D47. D47. So I haven't made a batch of mead in a while.
For everything?
Well, for the meads, yes.
Okay. For all the meads.
I actually I was using D47 for the ciders when we first started, And then I
That
actually
must wipe them dry real
it
fast.
does. It did. So I actually found a fruity cider yeast. Come in the front door. It went to an old like you're at a farm. So I picked up these beans. These are from a late 1700s barn outside of Philadelphia. So I went and got them. I got 2 loads of Kentucky Lords from a there's a lot of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 owned and operated, so I made sure we did an American flag shield. The I'm interested in 5-barrel bright tanks and 7-barrel fermenters. So the very next day, I come in, I check my email, and I have a reply from her. It's 2.5. That one because this chiller is set up for 1 chiller and another fermenter back here. So we want to make sure that
Fermenting meats directly in the bright tank?
no, we're fermenting everything in here, and then once it's done, you have your racking room, which is above the bottom there. So we'll rack the meats off of that, and we'll come through a filter.
Well, I'm going to ask you
behind you.
that's what at our scale in the community. So my question was, how long does the meat have to sit in the fermenter before you can move it out into the?
Oh, about 2.5 months. So 2.5 months to get to 4%. Now for the ciders, it's only about 3 weeks.
Good afternoon. I am at Stonehaüs Meadery here in PA, East Stroudsburg, I believe. Let's see, I got 2, 3, 9, and 12. 2 is the peach. I really don't taste much peach though. 3 is their traditional mead. Basically the base. 9 is Hail to the Red, White, and Blueberry. And 12 is Key Lime mead. They're all about 12%. They are on the dry side. They're not awfully sweet. I was expecting sweeter for meads that I've had before. But anyway, we just finished a tour from Steve, one of the owners, and pretty good Saturday since it's raining outside. Cheers. Go ahead, Ben.
Action?
Go,
Okay.
action.
Cheers. Welcome to Stonehaüs Meadery in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. We're here to taste the meads. We met with the owner. We got to see how they make everything. We got to try a flight of all of our favorites. We're having a good time.
Okay, so raise a glass. Cheers. And thanks for organizing. Welcome to PA.
So
Well, we
this is
appreciate the
our
kindness.
new improved black currants, new improved cherry. I'll go around the table. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just go right
No,
there.
that one's
take it back, Brian.
That's
That's yours.
The darker one is the black currants. Yeah, sneak it next to you.
Darker one is black.
Yeah, the darker one is the black currants. Sophia, very interesting color. George, hey, come on over here and do a sample with us.
Yeah.
Stop. So the other one was a little drier.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's like a dry red wine.
I like this.
But this one here, this one is much sweeter. You get more of a floral
It's
taste,
rounder.
more flavor.
Yeah.
It's almost jam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but how much more did you add to this?
I added
20.
60 more pounds of honey,
Uh-huh.
and for the 2 batches. So I went from 480 pounds to 540 pounds. And 1 more bottle. And then we're adding more. Like, I went heavy on the elderflower and the rose hips.
I like
because
it.
I really wanted to get some more of that floral flavor in there. You really can't smell it right now because it's cold at 50 degrees right now. But
like elderflower has that slight dryness to
Yeah.
it, that like herbaceous dryness, almost like when you when you're
really,
making soup
really good.
and you throw dry parsley in the soup and it just gets rehydrated. That smell that comes off of it. That,
Now, we
you're
don't-
getting a lot of that from like elderflower.
So this is done. This was done back in November, but we have nothing in our pipeline pushing it through, so we just left it in there to do some bulk aging.
Oh boy.
And we still have our old batch of blackcurrant,
And we needed more sixties.
and we were out of kegs.
That's a
So
problem.
when we make that batch, we're going to get about 20 sixtils out of it. But we also use half kegs and quarter kegs here too. So we have some of those. We have tons of half kegs now. So we'll probably put that in there because this is not a flavor that we export. And so the cherry.
On to the cherry.
I'm
Sure.
sorry, but like that
So
is so good. I don't know why.
I like that one.
The
It's good.
cherry used to have some spices in it that kind of took away from the cherry flavor. So again, now there's more honey in this, and there's just more cherry.
Cherry
Oh,
comes
cherry flavor really nice.
Cherry comes through.
Yeah,
Good.
the version 2.0 on both of these
These are both
pretty brilliant.
really nice improvements.
All right, let's try this. I got the mic on, and she's singing really loud. Let's see if you can hear me. But we're wrapping up the evening here at Stonehaüs Meadery in Pennsylvania. So, pretty good day. The meads on the dry side. Have a good night from PA. She's. Go ahead.
Cheers. Welcome to Stonehaüs Meadery in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. We are having flights of the various meads. Everything's size your mead, and we've all gotten this square feet. We're enjoying the selection.
Has their flights. Everyone has their flights. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I'll be in front of you. Yeah, sure. So I just want to, Dan, since you organized it, say where we are, and then everyone pick up one they like and just say cheers or whatever you want.